Hey guys, I'm HP. This is Dr. Pink, and today's topic is New Age Blues Guitar. What is that? I saw the title of an artist called Cam Cole, and I loved it so much that I checked out what he's more or less doing, and I'm gonna talk about this today. I'm gonna show you. And so on. It's really cool and I love it. I even ordered a t-shirt of this guy. He's not so popular, but I want to share my enthusiasm for this type of blues or blues rock, and he calls it New Age blues. So this is New Age blues guitar today. So what are we talking about today? First of all, using these really dirty and retro type distortion things, you know, these types of how to create this stuff. I mean, when you're watching the one music video which this guy is doing, or other artists, there's also a Swiss blues guy who started to do this type of blues, and I really love it. And they all use a bottleneck and using more or less quite retro equipment, you know. And in this case I'm using a Captain Hook amplifier, this, you know, this retro amplifier, plus a 3x10 vibro cabinet, like old retro stuff from the 60s or 50s, you know, where you have these wooden cabinets, and you know what I mean. And just spring reverb, and that's it. And just put it on a nasty distortion level, setting your microphone in the right position with a tube microphone preamp. That's what I did here. It's really cool. Creates this really fat. Creates this extreme punchy distorted blues rock guitar. What else? Of course, the guy I was talking about, I think he's using other kind of tunings, but I'm using a drop D tuning in this case to make your life more easier. You just tune down your E string to a D string, because then you can use the bottleneck really simple. And I'm using chicken pick, but you can also do finger picking. What does chicken pick mean? When you use the bottleneck, then you use the low note with the pick and the upper note with the middle and ring finger. I'm gonna show you on the close view. Alright, now let's see what we can do with the bottleneck and the drop D tuning. First of all, when you use the bottleneck, I put it on the pinky because we need the other fingers for other soloing, you know. And you want to create this orchestral type of blues guitar, you know. And together with the distortion, you just create this kind of a new age blues noise. And then when you come in to F5, G5, here is just with the bottleneck in the third fret, in the fifth fret, you just move in. See? The trick with the bottleneck is just lay it down on the string, don't press at all. And you can also use the D5, open D string. Let's try this. And Kem Cole doesn't use a bass, he just plays the drums himself. But I have here just drum and bass to make it more cool. But of course you can play it without. And one thing when you play with distorted guitar with the bottleneck, you most likely create a lot of noise, but that's supposed to be like that. So just go with the vibe and just get into this, create some blues noise, and then you're pretty cool. Start with the open D string. Just let the distortion speak. You know, the trick is when you go into this type of blues guitar playing, just let the distortion speak. You know, this really retro sound. And with D5, you just keep it like this. If you want, you can go up in the 12th fret with the bottleneck. Let's see how that works. One trick when you work with a lot of distortion with the bottleneck, do you hear it? Create some noise just by moving it around the point. You can really exaggerate it. That's a really cool trick. For those who don't have a bottleneck, it's only $8, probably $10. Or you just make the original, just cut off the head of a beer bottle and put it on your finger. So let's continue here. Now you can make combinations of different elements. Probably, you know, you can use this part. Well, now you need to play with the bottlenecks with the remaining finger. Just keep it simple. Just let it. It's really hot and it's hot in the studio. I'm sweating in here. Yeah, just let it speak down here. I mean, I can show you when you can do all this stuff without bottleneck, but it's not so cool. I show you. You see, the last oomph is missing, so I really recommend to do it with a bottleneck because it's way cooler. As I said, we have a guy in Switzerland. He just won an international blues contest with this type of playing. Cam Cole. I just discovered him. I even love that guy more, and he's really representing this type of playing. And that's basically, and then you can use this figure here. You use here 5th fret, 7th fret, 10th fret. And the trick is it doesn't have to be, you know, really smooth and clean. It has to be dirty. And it has to be... doesn't really matter. That's the concept of this type of playing. At least how I understood it when I listened to these guys. And it's really cool. You can also play single note. Then you use chicken pick, or you can do the whole thing with finger picking. That's also cool. That's up to you, but I use chicken pick in this case for some it feels cool. You just play pentatonics, but it probably will not work in this noise which is created. So let's sum up the whole thing. And just go with the flow of the tune. Build up intensity just with these tools. Yo, that's a trick. I mean, it has no sense to make tabs on this, because it's something which has to come out of your guts, you know, just with these tools. What is also a possibility, if you want to play single note lines, have problems. It's not really easy to play with the remaining fingers. You can just move on one string, or randomly. Also with the ring finger. Yeah. Oh, that was cool. Wasn't not intended, but that was cool. Yo guys, that was new age blues guitar. Kind of a style of Cam Cole, and the other guy is called Dan Mudd. Probably you heard of him. It's a Swiss guy, or a guy who lives in Switzerland, and it's just, as I said, bottleneck guitar with a lot of retro distortion, with tuned down, dropped tunings. I use now a drop D tuning, but it's also possible that even lower tunings are used, like C tunings or drop C tuning, or all that stuff can also be used together with this really retro distortion sound. It's just, and the bottleneck, create something really cool. And if you don't own a bottleneck, it's really worth getting one, because there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with that. Yo, if you want to download this backing track and a few ideas, I'm gonna write a few ideas which you can do as tabs with the bottleneck. Is available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Please join there with a free member account, but in order to download this stuff, you need a premium member upgrade. Good, and that's my main social media feed there. Me and Dr. Pink are saying goodbye for today.